Okay, without further ado, we have to do it right away. Okay, now the first one. If you could erase one invention, what would it be? I would definitely erase artificial intelligence. One of my friends lost her job just last month, and it was really touching, and it hit me really hard. Since the advent of AI, there are because there are many people get benefit from it, but also there are a lot who struggle with that existence. For example, at my company, we are pushed to use AI. Okay. And when after just some month, when the productivity rise, there was a big layoff, and up to 30% of people were laid off. So who get the benefit here? Are the final boss or the final ladder? Wait, I forget that final ladder, but for lower level employee efforts, if we increase our productivity level, but we still need to work the same hour and without raising the salary, and the end of the day we are sent out of the company. So what's the point of it? I mean, artificial intelligence, of course, this is a big leap, a big invention that would change entire how the entire world work. But we are not ready for that big change yet, and also it should be implemented in a way that value that benefits everyone, create equal opportunities for everyone, not just the not just the bottom line. Okay, I have to answer again. For me, I think that at the moment, the the advance of artificial intelligence is a bit overwhelming, and we are not yet prepared for that big change. AI creates values, creates opportunities, but it also takes many things away. And for example, at work, when you implement AI, you increase the productivity. But also, you have to create the same, you need to work the same hours. So who get benefit from it? It is entire community. So for me, I would not, I am not to say I am just until it is implemented the right way in an equal way and it benefit everyone. Okay, I'm not allowed to skip any question. Who comes to a moment, of course, I feel really. The, I would just want to give up, but how could? Okay, why? Why? This is just a part of the learning process. Tell a story about a letter that arrived 55 years too late. I think of the right lesson here. It can be about don't care about other people. Okay, okay. So, but 50 years, 50 years is a lot. I think I resume. Okay, if 50 years ago, probably I'm going to talk about the housing problem. Okay, so hey, the context is with the rising of houses and of of gold. It is really this is really something that if I can expect, if I know in the past, if in the past I know that it's gonna be go this way, I'm gonna invest in a lot. Um, okay, so a story is from right now. I am living without. I'm homeless as I don't have a house, and
the context here. Okay, wait. Oh, really? It's heartbroken. The context here is that, okay, so now I am trying every single day just enough to buy a. Wait, let me go again so that it can. Oh, wait. Let me. Okay, so let's start all over again. So just imagine that now you have to work hard each hour every single day. Just the end of this day is just enough to buy a house, now a house in the big city like this. So problem is, does it? I want to spend that money on more meaningful way, but at the same time, it needs to be practical. I need a place to reside, and in Vietnam we have a saying. Uh, I don't remember exactly, like, but you need to have a good place before uh, good place and good occupation. Okay. The problem is there are many things I want to do. I want to discover. I want to go throughout, travel around the world. I want to do donation, do charity work, and another other thing. But the practical needs really pull it back, and it create the challenge. It create the the block to prevent me from doing those things. So the resolution here in the letter, I it comes late, come any later. When I look at that, maybe it's my past self. Maybe it's from my grandparent tell me that I should tell my parents that my parents who bought houses should become a landlord, just self gold, and if so, I would be uh, tell landlord to yeah because those are the good investment. Okay.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to continue this question because it is something out of my mind, and I can't think about it well after having a conversation with AI. But I just can't accept this one. It's like, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. If you were given $1 million but had to spend it in 24 hours, what would you buy? Okay, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. If I become $1 million, right, and only in 24 hours, I would definitely go to spread out my money for the one who need it because I myself I don't want to have that spurt to have a peak in happiness or in spending only in one day. But for the happiness, for the joy that I have when I spread my money, when I use it for others, will last long. For example, with the money, I can go around and I buy things for the poor people on the street with a higher price, or I can buy a land or something, give it because I can't have it later on. I give it to uh to to sales for the charity organizations. So at the end of the day, having a lot of money is nice, and the important is money is not the happiness. So you need to choose wisely how to use it the wisely way. So in the right way. So you gain the more from it, and the happiness or something you get from it should last long. Yeah. So happiness not comes from consumption, but comes from things that you have done for things to impact to the world. I would spend that $1 million on create on not on living things, but on others people. So because for me, one day is nothing. What I One day is nothing. But with that money, if I can do something meaningful that will last long, the joyful will last long. For example, I can buy things. I can buy from the vendors with a higher price. Why not, right? Or I buy supply, like I mean, just try to spread that money over to the one who really you need. And at the end of the day, happiness comes. At the end of the day, I believe money is just a tool, and if it is used in the right way, will create uh, a big, or it will create impact, long-term joy, not just a fleeting rush. Oh, I don't know what happened today, but I just don't have the mood to answer the question. Okay, no, but no problem. What do I learn here? I learned the word to create lasting impact and donate to shelters, support education. So at the end of money is a tool, and when used wisely, it can bring long-term joy and not just a fleeting rush. Fleeting rush is a burst in emotion, but it's take short time. For example, the honeymoon phase, right? You feel happiness and all over the moon on the moon. But after that, it's long-term commitment with you. Yeah, that's many things happen, right? So next one is the fleeting rush. No problem. Now we will move on to the next one. If you could eliminate one minor inconvenience from daily life forever, what would it be? Oh, this is really a difficult question because it is inconvenient. I would never do it and I will remove it myself. But I think it's minor. Uh, it's a, okay, it's like a thought in my head. I would want to eliminate all the negative or the overthinking in my head before the end of the day because it's really some it's the thing I think that it is the thing that slowing me down the most. For example, when I experience something bad in the day, I know that at least I there's a lesson for it, but sometimes my mind just have that linger thought. Wait, I have to you I forget to turn off AI. Okay, pause. Wait. Rồi. Okay, so I know that, but it ruminates in my mind, and I sometimes I keep thinking about it. So sometimes it's yeah, has a not so good impact on my mind. Okay, wait, let's do it again. If you could eliminate one minor inconvenience from daily life forever, what would it be? It would definitely my opportunity. And yes, and the thought, the ruminate in my head because it is something it is not the physical thing. The physical thing is not a problem and I can solve it. It's within him, can control. But sometimes the thoughts appear. It appear that I didn't think about. It's like it just appears randomly in my head and it's out of my control. Yeah. So I would love to remove it before the end of the day. For example, during the day, if I experience something bad, okay, I know that it's actually good for me because I learned something from it. But sometimes it ruminates in my mind and it makes me feel like insecure and um, so I forget the happiness in the present. And yeah, that's some okay. If I could erase one thing, not physical thing, but mental thing, it could be the self doubt because it holds me back a lot. It holds me back from taking risks, from creating a future that I want. Um, Without self-doubt, I can act more freely and like I have the courage to take action. For example, I if believe in myself, I can do the challenges, do the experience, social experience that I want. That, for example, doing daily work. and doing follow-ups for interviewing people about the purpose of life, how do they, what are the routine that I take that lead to the life that they want, or are they really live for their dream? But sometimes I feel insecure and mm, like for example like that, I'm not so confident sitting inside out. Okay, so in that way, removing self-doubt would give me the power to build the life that I want. Okay, so all right. So two questions already. Thank you myself for still being here for so long.